And what is going on?
What is going on? This is definitely our first take of this podcast.
And we still some rookies, huh? I'm your boy Master.
And I'm Migs.
And we are Woof Logik. This is What's Web.
Our motherfucking podcast.
You already know, baby. And we were back. We skipped the whole last week because we were tired boys. We were overworking and shit.
Yeah.
My boy putting in the OT and all that.
Yes, sir.
And me, I'm still debating if I should start doing OT at my job. Like,
Do they offer it?
they do, but I don't know, man. I like something about me is like when I'm I don't know. I'm like a half-ass morning person where like I definitely love waking up early.
Yeah.
But once it hits the afternoon, like I'm just trying to go home, you know.
Dude, that is.
Maybe it's just because the sun is peaking at that time, like 2 to 3 p.m.
It means, bro, it is get depressing. Like, especially, like you go in at night and like you stay hell late and you go out and it's like
sun
already
setting.
Sun setting. It's like, damn, I spent my whole day here.
Yeah, but I think the main thing for me is it just gets too hot in those warehouses.
Oh,
so like, sure. That's why I kind of always wanted to have like a air conditioned job where maybe I'm working retail or something. But at the same time, just like I don't know, those fools always have like wacky ass schedules and then you gotta talk to people and like be professional. You have to look all, well dressed, nice little haircut all the time.
Yeah, like, hey bro, how you doing, bro? You good? You looking for, you find anything you see?
Hey, what's up, boss? How's it? Hey man, I like those shoes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, fuck those people. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So I've always like had that inkling of wanting to try it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just when you look at how much they get paid, it's just like damn. I'm kind of surprised they don't get paid more because they're like working under huge establishments.
Yeah, that's what I feel like retail really is. Like it is entry level shit. It is like for youngins.
So what's the main thing on retail? Do you know? Have you ever worked like a retailer?
No, I think the closest I got like a second interview. I got a PAX like when I was 18 or 19, but then they just ended up not calling me back.
Yeah, man, what is that shit? Because I've applied literally everywhere, bro,
same.
and I don't get called.
I remember when I was a fresh 18, when I was still going to college, I was all about the movie business. I wanted to like work at the movie theater because I thought it was so cool. Like I remember Jake and Josh.
Yeah,
and I had a homie at school that was working at AMC, and he was telling me like that's just chill as fuck. And I went, and they wouldn't let me in because I was wearing plugs at the time. Like y'all some bitches,
bro. And then I go to Regal and I see I see their manager with plugs.
Yeah, bro, that is some bullshit. But like the shit you were getting dinged or docked is so cool now. Like it's just like they don't care anymore.
Yeah, like tattoos. Like I've seen a lot of professional people have tattoos now.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I've really seen a higher up with like a septum piercing I've definitely seen car salesmen with plugs.
Yeah.
But I think those guys like they start off inside like without like a clean face and then they build up to that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I've never really seen anyone with like a septum piercing. I feel like that's still kind of looked like frowned upon.
Yeah.
But I think me for I don't know, maybe it's just in my head where like I meet a new senora or something and like I feel like they're not scared of me, you know? And I feel for some people though that maybe just back in the day, if they did have that, like a lot of older people will kind of be like, what the fuck, this weirdo, but for, I don't know, maybe just have a warm welcoming sometimes to the older folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, because at work, I have like all of them like talking to me like normal and shit. And I would, I mean, for me, at least for what I saw back then, if they saw them, they'll be like scared, like, oh, you're the devil and all that.
Yeah, they don't want to talk to you. They want they just start like.
Yeah. But yeah, so I definitely think tattoos are more okay nowadays.
Yeah.
With a lot of professions and maybe just ear piercings. I don't know about face yet.
Yeah, I feel like face is where I think it's still like kind of like a no.
Unless you work at Spencer's or Hot Topic.
Yeah. they don't care.
Or you better fucking get tatted up and fucking pierced up if you're trying to get hired on. Yeah,
I always try to think like, would I ever get a face tab? I'm like, nah, I just don't ever see myself with one.
The closest thing I've ever thought of getting is like on my neck, lower neck area.
Yeah.
But nah, I don't know. Sometimes I look at my tattoos right now and I'm not ashamed of them and I don't really like regret them at all. But sometimes like, oh, maybe I could have put like something different instead of what I chose back then. But I mean, it is what it is,
I mean, that's why people always say like try to get tattoos a little when you're older, because then you might not like it when you are older. I'm not saying we don't like our tattoos, but obviously we have different ideas.
Probably like, because at least with me, like on Photoshop, I'm always like changing something, even though I see some people like Base Nectar or Excision, they have like the same logo like forever, or Deadmau5 even. He's had the same logo forever. I'm just like, dude, I would have been bored, you know. And so like when I go on Photoshop, I always change like a font or just anything. And so that's kind of how I look at tattoos. Not that I regret it. I think maybe I would just want it like in a different version. Like kind of like The Rock. He had his what is it? The fucking
he had the little Brahma bull, and then
he changed it. He fucking like made that shit all 3D and like his whole arm now instead.
Yeah.
So something like that is what I mean.
That shit was hard though. I remember when he first posted about it, because like he same thing. Like he's just like, he didn't like that, because that little bull, even though it was like a shitty tattoo, that was so iconic. It was like, it was part of his merch. He had a whole championship belt with that fucking symbol. Yeah. But he wanted to elevate it, but yeah, he really took years before he found the right guy. I'm like, all right, and still capture the same symbolism.
Yeah, unlike these fucking fast food chains.
Oh my god, bro.
It's funny. A lot of them will change then go back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I definitely don't regret them. But I don't know. Sometimes I think like, what if this owl was like 3D or some shit? You know, not so flat.
Yeah.
And then the spider logo, I mean, it's cool. Maybe I just need to retouch it up.
Yeah, it's just a little retouch.
This shit's for sure faded as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when you get that, like when you're
2015, I think. 2015 or 16.
Yeah.
Oh, probably 16. Or no, it was 15 going into 16 for sure. But I think that's the one thing I want to get for my birthday and Christmas this year. Some tattoos. My left arm finally.
Yeah, I would love to get more. I just I don't know what to get.
Wait, you said your mom knows about those, right?
Yeah, she knows about all now.
So she'll be cool if you get anything.
I mean, she wouldn't be cool about it, but at this point, she's like, nah.
28-year-old.
Yeah, I mean that's just, bro.
No, you're 29.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is with moms.
Damn, bro, you're about to be 30 next year.
You are too, though.
I know you're right.
We all are.
Sometimes I don't feel like I'm in the same year as you guys because it's so damn close to the end.
I mean, it technically is almost a full calendar year, but it's still in the same year.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so we had some eventful times this past couple weeks. I know we didn't really get to touch up on the Code Red last week.
Shout out Code Red.
It was definitely fun, man. The energy was sick. We performed on like some platform. What is it called again?
I believe it's called like a scaffold.
Scaffold. Yeah, straight out of like some fucking
like construction
work site. You know, definitely not OSHA approved.
Hell no.
It was shaky to say the least, but we still like made it work.
Yeah, although I will say that first platform we performed with them like on the rooftop, that shit was fucking sketchier than
that was worse. What were we on, pallets or something?
It probably was. I feel like it was pallets.
It was like shaky as fuck. But this was like it felt like that same vibe, but like it still wasn't as rocky.
Yeah.
And thankfully there was no people like, you know, near us, you know.
Yeah.
Because that kind of does like fuck things up. Is like they get too comfortable or too close and they start like putting their hands on the table and like shaking it. Mm-hmm. That was happening at the last one. They were like holding it to fucking twerk their fucking asses and shit.
Yeah.
So like but yeah, this time around we're on a platform a little secluded. I think we actually got our first CO2.
Yeah, bro. Shout out the boy Ryan, man. I mean, like we get there immediately. He's like, hey guys, I got CO2, bro. Just I'm gonna flip the switch, and then there's a button up there. Just hit it when you guys want to. And I'm like, all right, bet, say less.
For real, man. It was sick. I wish
he was hype, bro. He was sick. He wanted us to do that shit. He was so excited to tell us about it.
I know, man. He's dope. Hopefully we get that shit next time too, man. I mean, I don't know, like if he gets it for every event now or what, but
yeah.
Shout out him for getting it for us this past event. Even the day before us, they have Valentino Khan.
Dude, that shit was fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. Code Red has been getting a lot of big names.
Yeah.
So be sure you guys are keeping up with all their events.
Yeah.
They're probably the best afters right now.
Yeah, I'd say so. I feel like I think that they're like the most buzzing right now. Like, yeah, there's the staples like Lick and Dip and like Ecstasy and Blind Tiger and Underwear, and like those guys are always gonna be mainstays, but these and like they always draw crowds, but like this one right now it's just always the hot. And maybe it's just because bar bias, because you know those are people's, but like I truly do feel like they're one of the hotter names right now.
Yeah, they definitely always have like a packed out room.
Yeah.
And then their artists, like they have a lot of well named artists like DJs.
Yeah.
And then they get a lot of big names now too, and a lot of surprise headliners. So shout out to them. They're executing on like their wave right now.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. You know, a lot of event companies come and they get some spark of hype and shit, and then they, you know, if they could keep the momentum going, that growth is rapid as fuck. Like they're already at like 24K followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
and they just started like a month ago.
Brand new page.
Yeah, man. But shout out him. You know, he's actually he manages Shogun.
Really?
Yeah, he's a manager for them.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how long he's been managing him for, but I saw that recently. So that's pretty cool, man. I mean,
Yeah.
low-key, I think he looks like a little version of Pasquale, like Vincent. Like he could be his brother or something, you know.
You know what? They do have a resemblance now that you think about it.
Yeah, like the eyes and the shaved head, I think.
Yeah. You know what? You ever see like those old photos of Pasquale in his raver days?
Yeah.
That's how Ryan looks like right now.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. What the fuck? Did you hear that? I don't know.
I think that was TV. I did love some of the choices you played. For, I mean, because like when we're playing these after sets, Mike's always trying to like do a little freshen up, like something new. Like he's always great digging for like new. So obviously we're playing our stable bangers that are on, but he's always adding something new. And like this one was no different. Like it was fucking cool because you added songs that I wanted. It was crazy, bro. There were songs I specifically was thinking about, like. Because, you know, obviously, if I have an idea, I'll just shoot it to you and throw it in there. But likely, I just don't. But these last couple, like specifically this last set beforehand, I was gonna tell you about playing that Hellbound edit of that Notion remix, and that Keizo and Junkie Kid collab. Like I was really just thinking about them a lot lately. So when I'm surprised, bro. I'm loading these bitches up. I'm like, oh motherfucker, we about to play this shit. I was hyped, bro. Like, these songs, I was like dancing up there because this shit got me hyped to play this shit.
Yeah, man. I feel, you know, throughout our career, there's been so many like bangers that have come out.
Yeah.
But it's like in times that we don't really get shows and shit. So like now that we do get the shows, like I always want to go back and just get those songs we never had a chance to play out live.
Yeah. Oh, you play that other song, that Tynan and Leo Trix collab? God, bro. I had completely forgot about that song. And that song is such a banger, bro.
Yeah, that's like the beauty of kind of going through your laptop. Sometimes when for example, I've been like transferring all my music, and you know, I kind of went through a hiccup on the new laptop where I only have the folder of all the music, but not like the folders of genres.
Right.
So like I was kind of just. I knew I had like all our old recent sets in a folder, so I was just grabbing songs from there. But then I was like, I don't really want to keep playing the same song, so I went and I just kind of went through the BPMs, and I was going through the 150 to 160, and that's where I was like finding all the old songs. So like, you know what, fuck it, this is close enough. This will fit, or it's like you said, like a fresh breath of air, you know, because. A lot of these sets are going to be just purely hard techno, and we always tend, you know, go outside of it a little bit. Like even if it's so for group chat, like we'll still be the only ones to play a different BPM and shit. You know, like for anything really, you could catch us at 626 market, and we're gonna be playing like, you know, from any fucking genre. Just all these new opportunities and that we get. It calls for new songs that, you know, are a little fitting, but like. It's testing the waters.
Yeah. But they work though, because people vibe with them.
Yeah, and it's like I mentioned this before. A lot of the newer ravers, they probably don't even know shit about these.
Yeah, bro. I promise you, they've never heard of that I Have a God song.
Yeah, like even
I bet you, Tynan don't even play that shit out anymore.
For real, that's the thing too. I know a lot of these artists don't play their songs. So if there were ever a scenario where we were playing like the same show as them, I would definitely play something like so long ago that they'll be like, "What the fuck? I can't believe like someone's actually still playing this out." You know?
Yeah,
because I know they're not gonna play it. So
yeah, that reminds me of like there was this one time I went to go see Ghastly with Jaime back in the day when we used to go to Yost all the time, and we caught him like literally we're literally in line to go in, and we see him on, you remember how there's like the little side where the artists would just. Yeah, people just chill, and he was just there chilling with all his homies, and like me, I'm like fucking starstruck, like, oh my god, it's fucking Ghastly. I'm here shaking, and like at the time he had this like old ass song, like the songs that it was like 2 or 3 years old of his, like it was some like remix he did for Sullivan King, and I was telling him about, like, I introduced him like, bro, I fucking love that song, and he played it that night, and I noticed like I want to say he played it because I told him like, oh, I thought that song was dope, but I got to check his Instagram stories, and every once in a while, like people, like I'd see him start playing, and people were like you know, still like it. I don't think they would have heard of it before. So, you know, sometimes it just takes people like, hey, remember this song you had, and you know.
That makes me think or wonder, like songs like Better Off Alone, how they're more like the 90s,
Yeah.
and how that was kind of like our like it's like we're old enough to kind of like remember those songs, and it's like nostalgic to us. I wonder if songs like that are nostalgic to the 2000s kids, or like because 2000, what's the latest age or latest year that you could start going to events like you're 18 from here?
Ooh,
2007.
Damn, that's
So
crazy.
so like those kids born in 2007, like do they even look at those songs like the same, like you know what I mean?
And
Or do they even know about them?
I feel like they do because they're in the rave culture, but they don't know it because it's like beforehand. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying though. Like how do they hear it for the first time at the rave and like it feel nostalgic to them?
Yeah.
You know? So like Sandstorm for example, I bet you a lot of people in 2007 that were born, like they probably don't even know about that song.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've heard it like once or twice.
They don't even know about the meme about why that song got so big.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, it's crazy how how fast these years are going by. We're already about like pretty much a third of the year done.
Yeah, it flew by quick, man.
Yeah, we're about to be in May. Summer's already fucking creeping up on us, bro. I feel like we had like 1 month of winter.
Yeah, it is getting a little warm. Yeah, well, today's a little weird. It was warm for a bit, then it got gloomy. But like last week was warm all week.
I think today was hot. No, today started off cold, then it got hot, and then no, it was cold until like 3 hours ago. Then it started being hot.
Yeah,
because I was walking into the house and it was fucking hot as shit. And I was like, damn, what? I was like, was it really this hot earlier? But yeah, weird transition right now. I don't know. Are you excited for anything in summer? Do you have any summer plans or?
I have like a lot of ideas cooked up. Like things are not really set in stone. So which is also kind of giving me not anxiety, but like I have to like think like, okay, like if I need one of these things to come true, I actually probably should start like concretely planning some of these things out.
Yeah.
But so far I can't say without a doubt like anything. But different like maybe like the idea we were talking about the other day, I think on last Friday. Maybe I do want to go to EC. Maybe I do want to pop out for a day. But that's like one of those things where I'm like, that's like a maybe. That's like it'll have to be like a spur of a moment kind of thing.
Yeah, I have like 3 of those already for June and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure summer's gonna be fun. What about Coachella? Coachella just happened this past week.
It did.
And I don't know. I was watching everything and I didn't really have any FOMO.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, that's a lot. There was only one time I got FOMO, and I was just during that B2B that Sarah Landry did. Only because that Dulab stage looks so fucking cool, and night with like with the I don't know what the Ravens or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah. So who was a part of it?
It was Sarah Landry, Indira Paganoto, and Amelie Lenz, which is like these are like some of the most banging women out here in the techno scene. And like the 3 of them just powerhouse, and they didn't even fucking play techno like that. They were playing all kinds of shit. I saw a clip, shit like they were dropping some rhythm track, just like, and that was like some low key shit. Like not like I didn't even know who this artist was. I had to go look him up.
Yeah, bro, that shit looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. I think that is the only thing I missed out on. Well, Shoreline was pretty sick too. Shoreline.
Yeah, I caught it after I left your houses on. Well, we were watching caught it on the way home, and that shit was fire, man. These guys got like stage aura for sure.
Yeah, and then I didn't realize it was their first time performing in 5 years. I thought they were like they've been, but I guess they were just putting.
And then I saw this dope ass video of Phoenix flexing, like shuffling.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
and watching Mocheck, I'm like, that's so fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, they used to be shufflers, both of them.
Is he Mexican?
Probably mixed.
He looks mixed.
Yeah, probably like black and Mexican.
Yeah,
but for sure he's black.
Yeah.
And then. Any other notable things? I know I saw a lot of people complaining about the lines to get into camping, the lines to get into the showers.
It's just what it is.
That's
bro.
the big reason why I don't go camping, because like when I camped at Nocturnal a long time ago, the shower lines is what killed me. I was like, oh my God, I need a shower, bro.
Yeah, I remember you literally called me like, pick us up so we could shower.
Yeah, bro. It was bad.
Yeah.
And then there was like a line to get into the pools. So I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird, because sometimes these same events, same camping, same like structure, But one year to the next, I don't know what happens. It just gets overly packed or overly like filled up in lines. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like what fucking changed that? You know, it was like a whole different experience.
I feel like there's, I don't know, like, cause like, maybe there's more like structure to them. Cause I remember like, when I went to Los Angeles, I didn't really have like issues with the bathroom showers. Besides the part that I actually had to pay for it. Like I had to pay $10 each time to use it.
For real?
Yeah, but then they made the thing more smoothly. Like I rarely waited. There was a line. There was a line to go inside the shower, fucking RV, whatever the fuck those things are. But then once you're there, you're literally just like waiting outside, and it took no less than 5 minutes. And then once you're in there, yeah, there was like maybe like a 15-20 minute limit, but people didn't care, bro. They were just taking showers.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, but besides that, I didn't have any issues. I actually shower every day.
I don't know, man. Paying for a shower is crazy.
You do what you gotta do, man. Do that or have swamp ass.
That's true. Yeah, so Coachella, I think overall I've seen a lot more negativity than positivity.
Yeah, I saw this crazy ass thing where like over 60% of the attendees like financed like the whole like the whole thing. Like
I'm sure that's everything nowadays, bro.
Yeah, like just with the way inflation is, but like, and it makes sense because obviously like the Coachella ticket price is mad expensive with food, drinks, house lodging, you know, just all kinds of expenses. It does add up, and you know, people like, you know, end up taking out like, I don't know, like loans and shit.
Yeah, and then Insomniac, they have payment plans for every event too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't really see it as a bad thing though. I
don't either. I think that's just it's just kind of how the way things are at the moment. You know, there's not really just the way the economy is. A lot of things is just financed these days.
Yeah, you got Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay. What's the other one? I don't know. But yeah, there's like a lot of ShopPay. There's like a lot of just fucking payment offerings nowadays.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hear that those don't even mess up your credit, supposedly. I don't know.
I don't think so, because like, I mean, I always like to check on my Credit Karma, and like those things never show up on there, like ever, like
that's interesting. I wonder why.
Maybe it's because like it's a short term loan payment thing kind of thing, and so since it's like not as expensive, like it doesn't, like there's no point in putting it onto your like a credit report.
Yeah, but you could also have a lot of availability and money, like for example, my buying power is like somewhere in the 6K.
Yeah.
So like that's more than some credit card limits that I have.
I know.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if that's what it would be, but I don't know. Maybe if you fuck up, it goes bad on your credit. But maybe if you like just start it and nothing pops up on, I don't know. It's a confusing thing. But anyway, we've been having a lot of traction on our Maple Valley video where we try Indian food.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what the views are at now. 7.4K, 265 likes, 101 comments. So I was looking at the analytics, and I think 48% of the views are from India, and
that's crazy.
And the rest is from the United States. We got like 0.3% from UK, and but yeah, India's for, I don't know how we got into the algorithm. I guess the Indian food title. Something I noticed with the most searches, like, so there's like an option where you can see what people search up that led to your video.
Yeah,
and a lot of them is foreigners trying Indian food.
You know what? I could totally see that, because I could probably, you know, there's probably instances where I want to see, like, I want to see somebody try Mexican food or something like that. You know, people like want to type that up, and I'm sure over there, I mean, like, let's see what people think about our own food. And we didn't bash them, motherfuckers. Like they're fucking clowning on us. I'm like, yeah, we were doing jokes, but by no means we were actually. I don't think
any
them.
of the jokes were in bad taste.
No, they weren't. They were like lighthearted, and then and the way the context of the video was, everything was a joke. Like, besides us actually like rating the food and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, we literally praised every single thing we ate.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's one thing I'm like, did you guys not watch the video? And then there were times where there were people that were saying like, oh, you mix the rice with the thing, and I'm like, bro, I literally said that in the video. I think that's why you do it. Yeah. And then I was just like, I'm like, bro, that's clearly why you guys are just looking for set to get mad about.
They really just held on to any little like comment that they heard that they didn't like. Yeah. And they made it that the whole video. Like, when I said it was a third world country, I was like, bro, it's not my fault. All the TikToks I see is like, it looks like everyone's just out like stressing and shit, trying their best to fucking make money and shit. Just like, I don't know. The videos I see where like there's water parks and they're packed like sardines and shit.
Yeah.
They fucking hype up a water park. It's like, bro, like that's the reason why I'm over here thinking this is a third world country, because they're getting all the new things. They're getting them though. Like it's a growing country or growing what is it, continent or whatever. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people were taking offense to that I called them a third world country, which I Googled it, and apparently they used to be, but now they're not anymore.
They're recovering, but
So that's I don't know, man. So,
but how like we're not supposed to be like keeping up with it, and then also like I've known like Indians too, like they've even said like I've seen videos where like they're like they tell their parents like, "Oh, I want to go to India." I'm like, for what? Like, what's the point of going over there? Like, there's nothing. Like people from their own country are saying that, and then they say like that shit with Mexico too. Like I know I know plenty of Mexican people. Like my even mom's like, why the fuck I want to go back out there?
Yeah. Well, supposedly, I mean, Mexico's economy, it did grow like the most though.
Yeah.
From when I had to Google something because someone said that on a podcast that Mexico is actually growing like economically like pretty well right now.
It saddened me when I found out like it really was a third world country. Third world country. That I don't know why that came out weird.
You said it almost the same way.
Yeah, I know.
Country.
Country.
My country.
Yeah, when I found out that shit, I'm like, damn, I didn't, I was like, not my Mexico. But then you recall, I'm like, yeah, that's just pretty. That's just whack. I mean, it's not whack. But
I've seen the bad parts of Mexico. It's literally like dirt and just almost like bones of Victorville. What Victorville looks like now is like the skeleton version of that.
Yeah,
it's just like
sure.
People don't even have like tile in their house. It's just like concrete.
Yeah.
And so and then there are some of their walls aren't even fully like closed in and shit. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are nice ass neighborhoods, nice ass cities like in every country, but just from like the outside point of view, that's what I always saw, and so that's what I always heard. It's not, I mean, maybe I'm always fed the negatives of India.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen those Bali movies, or I've seen like how nice it could be, and like I've seen like the outfits, and I know they're expensive and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, shout out India though, bro. I loved all that food.
It was so bomb.
All
like,
the people bashing on us.
That's why I'm like, y'all didn't even watch this video, man. Y'all are using Google Translate.
Yeah, anyone bashing on us, man, I'm sending y'all love back, because there was never no ill intention in this anyway. So
yeah,
if you want to be angry, you go ahead and be angry.
Yeah.
But anyway, we did go try out some new cultural snacks, but we'll save that for the video for the surprise. A lot of new Maple Alley content coming. We're consistent on this thing, man.
Yeah, we got a schedule now.
So go ahead and follow us on Maple Alley if you haven't yet. But as a Woof Logik, man, we got a lot of music in the works too.
Yeah.
Some new collabs, some fire ass collabs. We're probably gonna put out that remix this month, so stay tuned for that, guys. And for more shows, I mean, hey, man, we're getting hit up to play out of state and shit, but
we're getting a lot of inquiries.
So we'll see if these fall through, man. That's the one thing about this is we get blue balled a lot too, man. We get hit up, and
it don't work out.
Sometimes it doesn't work out, but at the end of the day, man, when we get these shows, if you really want to see us come up, man, because I promise, put a lot of detail into these sets, and we get to show you guys our new music.
Yeah, shout out to an old boy from Vegas. I forget that fool's name. That fool was bugging the shit out of that Vegas promoter to hit us up and shout out you, man.
Adrian.
No, Adrian. Shout out Adrian, man. Like, that's love, man. We really appreciate all you do. You don't have to do any of that, and you're out here doing it for us, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. We know you watch this. But yeah, man. So, anything else coming up this year? I mean, I know it's a lot. It's a whole 6-8 months ahead of us and shit. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's like a lot of big things that are supposed to happen, but like I'm just blanking on what. Well, I'm going to Cancun eventually in August.
Yeah. That's a for sure thing. And then our Vegas trip too.
Vegas trip. Oh yeah, we're gonna go do the fantasy draft in Vegas, man. That's gonna be exciting. Shout out Lalo. He ain't coming through though.
Yeah.
No, but Vegas. I don't know. Do you? Well, I'm trying to talk to you guys, but I know obviously you're gonna be in the comment section. But I feel like I've seen a couple of Vegas trips for the fantasy draft, and it's just like a whole different vibe. Like you get to go gamble with the boys, and then you get to go fucking do the draft.
Yeah.
I've seen some people host their things in cabanas at fucking pool parties and shit.
Mm.
But I'd be scared to like get my shit wet, you know.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do it there. I when I'm envisioning doing like, I don't know. That's another thing where I'm like having a hard time figuring out like where the hell are we like doing this draft.
I see people they brought their own, kind of like how we did the first year where we had our own little holder.
Yeah.
But we know how that shit went. That shit was annoying.
Oh, God.
Having to put it on the fucking no wall.
Yeah.
You know. But I definitely think for the hotel we can clear up a wall and put it on there. That's pretty much the only thing.
Yeah.
But we have to get a big enough room. So shout out Johnny for that one.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch, fat fuck. No, just kidding. Oh man, but yeah, bro. I feel like on my Cancun trip, I'm for sure going wild out over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really been into like the nice areas of Vegas. The nice areas of Mexico.
Yeah.
I've only gone to like TJ and shit, which obviously is nice, but I've never been to like the vacation spots, you know?
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
I've been to like Puerto Vallarta once when I actually have family in Cancun. I just I'm not really in contact with them. It's like my dad's like one of my dad's like sisters or something out there. I just never really got in contact with them.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I always hear a lot of hype around those places, but I never had like that inkling, or like that feeling of wanting to go.
It's cool, but for what I remember, and I feel like it's the same. Like, it's very touristy. Like you feel like if it feels like just I don't know how to put this. Like you're in Mexico, but it just feels like almost resorty in the kind of way.
I'd imagine it's gonna feel like Hawaii a bit because
Yeah.
when I was over there in Hawaii, you know, you have the city area and then you have like the tropical area.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Cancun is gonna have a little bit of both, depending how far out you go. But yeah, I've never really had that feeling I want to go, but I feel like now that I'm getting older, I kind of have like that. I just want to like let loose a little bit and just kind of like try things that I'm not really like familiar with. Because for the longest, it was always just rave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Never really vacationing. I did go to Lake Havasu with my dad and my other family out there, and so we traveled out there for a bit. But outside of like Havasu, I haven't really like gone out of my comfort zone. Like it's always been places that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, no, same here. But I want to experience more.
Yeah. Well, has your girl ever wanted to go anywhere? Has she ever thrown out any names?
Actually, she wants to, but because she's always been like in sad music tier, she's never been in like a financial position to do so back in her, like, you know, just growing up and stuff. So it's never been the case for her. But nowadays, like, you know, with her just working now as a grown woman, and you know, and just me wanting like pushing like, hey, let's go do it. Like, let's go see. Like I thought it was crazy. I think the other day, a couple weeks at work, I was like, I just thought I wasn't even like, I forget I was listening to some podcast, and I got the idea like, damn, we're like, I want to travel the world with you. I'm like, and so and I literally pulled up on her and like, hey, where do you want to go? This let's plan a trip. And then she's like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from? And she started like grilling me about it. And I'm like, and I was just like, where you get all these ideas? I just thought of it. I just can't just spontaneous. She's like, no. And I was like, all right, well, fuck. but then I explained to her like, oh, okay. So then she's like, oh, I don't know. Like, but I mean, she's like, I'm down, but obviously you just have to like plan some stuff out. Like, I obviously, you know, Japan and like, I want to see more of outside the U.S., but also I want to see the U.S. as well. Like, yeah, we've seen California, we've seen Nevada, we've seen Arizona, a little bit of Texas, Illinois, but you know, like we still haven't gone to the Pacific Northwest. I've never been to New York, haven't been to Florida. I'd love to go to New Orleans, even Maine.
I'm trying to go to New York for sure.
Yeah,
like I've always wanted to go there because when we went to Chicago and like the downtown area, man, that shit was like sick.
So cool, bro. So cool.
Yeah, so I can only imagine New York.
Yeah,
and then like I know they got like ocean views.
Mm-hmm.
And the what's that, Statue of Liberty? Like I'm trying to see that.
Yeah, like the world has a lot of beauty and a lot of countries do this, but the U.S. does too, and like I want to see those as well. Like, I don't want to just neglect what we have our own.
I've always wanted to do like a road trip around the whole country.
Yeah, I follow. I don't follow, but I'll get a lot of that shit on my feed where these fools just like they'll get on vans and shit, and like they'll just fucking drop everything, just like road trip all over the country, which is crazy because I'm like, where's y'all jobs?
Yeah, I feel like that's always been one of my things. So like maybe when I'm in my mid to late 40s or maybe in my 50s even. I don't want to be too old. Like I think once you hit 60, like I don't know if I'm really gonna want all that.
Yeah.
But somewhere between my 40 to 60, I definitely want to like, if I'm in a financial position, to just like fuck everything for 1 year and just like travel the whole country for 1 year. Just travel like nonstop, or maybe it's quicker. I don't know. Maybe it'll be just like 2 weeks or something. I'm already
Yeah.
talking about a whole year, but maybe it's just like 2 weeks or maybe a month, and just going to each state and just I don't know, seeing what's over there.
Yeah, like I was talking about this with Andrea because her sister's going in October to Japan. Like she already got the book flight and everything. And I was like, and she saw it for how long? And I was like, damn, that long. I think it was like 2 weeks. I'm like that 2 weeks is like the minimum you need to see like a country like that. Because I had a couple other buddies have gone, and they're like it's like when I'm one things like when I go to visit Mexico, I'll be there for a week, and I'm like I'm cool like that. When you go like to visit like new countries like that, especially Japan, you need at least 2 weeks to like just see what's all out there. Like there's like so much to do, there's so much to explore, so much to like see that you just need that amount of time to see even like not say enjoy. Like I'm sure you would in like a week's time, but like really just like involve yourself. Is that the word? Like
I don't know what the fuck.
Like you delve deep into like the whole country.
Yeah, for sure.
And to get at least get your money's worth.
It's always scary to think about though. You gotta have 2 weeks with no work, no pay.
Yeah.
Or like I'm sure you can have PTO days, but 2 weeks is crazy. Like you only really get one of those a year if you save enough. So.
No.
But I don't know. I've definitely always wanted to do that. But the thought of like 2 weeks is always scary. Because you really have to let go of life and just let everything go and trust that everyone back home is cool and shit. Because obviously not everyone could get those 2 weeks off.
Yeah, when I went to Mexico last year, I didn't get FOMO from being home, but I did start to think about home. Like, was everyone good? Like, what's everyone up to out there? Just the things would pop in my head while I was out there, just to be. But now it's like a FOMO reason. It's just more like I want to make sure everyone's okay. Like how was life going on out there?
You're a homesick type of guy, huh?
Like I kind of realized that when when I went to Chicago, but also when I went to Chicago, I hadn't been home for like almost a month, and I was like, damn, like I miss my house.
Yeah, what's gonna happen when you're a touring DJ?
Oh God, I don't know. We'll see. I'll cry myself to sleep.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I think a lot of these artists, they go like depressed because they don't see their loved ones for so long.
Yeah.
But one thing I've always thought is like, of course I want to be set on money, but sometimes I think, it's not about the memories. It's about like sharing the memories with people. So what if you just take those people with you? If you go somewhere notable and like somewhere that maybe you have it maybe closer to home, or just, I don't know, just like maybe you take one person per city or per stop, and just have them there with you from home. That way
that'd be fire.
Kind of like a rotation thing, because
that's kind of what we do with our shows anyways.
Yeah, as far as like guest list.
Yeah,
but like to travel with, like, that's the thing a lot of people miss is they're people mainly.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, I've kind of always thought like fuck all the profit, let's just make a little profit and just take the people that we care about.
Yeah, I mean, life at the end is about experiences and connections.
Yeah. So that's always a thought, but I mean, it's kind of tough when the person needs to put in PTO for their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the shitty part about the tour life. It's because a lot of these DJs spend most of their time in airports.
Yeah.
And, that's, if you ever travel anywhere, that's the worst place. Like,
it sucks, man. Like the seats are never comfortable in the airports. Like
on the plane.
On the plane, it feels cold, but like not
at the cold. You're complaining about the cold?
No, but it feels like a sterile cold, like almost like you're in a hospital.
Nah, bro, I hate that sticky feeling. Like when you get closer to your destination, and you start to feel the heat pick up.
Yeah, and you start to feel it on your oily skin because you're like you've just been sitting on an airplane.
I'll start to feel sweat on my ass or sweat on my armpits.
Yeah,
or sweat on my nose, and I'm just like, oh man, I hate this part of it.
And I have a terrible habit of falling asleep on planes.
My favorite thing is when the plane, like everyone's all seated, everyone's all, ready to go, and the plane just goes and takes off. What I hate is when we're sitting there for like 10, 15 minutes, just waiting because maybe there's other planes like taking off. And you got to wait for all of them.
Oh, this sucks.
That shit fucking sucks. Or when your flight gets delayed.
Oh my god, that shit was ass, bro. When we went back to Mexico, that shit got delayed for like 2 hours, and I never been delayed for that long in my life. So I literally was, it was late at night, and I was like, I just want to go home already. Like, get me out of this country.
Crazy out of this country is crazy.
Yeah, it's my people's country, so I can say what I want.
Yeah. Oh, we should do that, bro. We should go and eat like Mexican food, and that way people can see that we
From Mexico?
like straight fucking Mexican food, not just like the base tacos and burritos. You know, like
I kind of hate that. That's like, that's what people like. Like resonate when like do they think of Mexican food like that's that. I'm saying it's not that, but I'm like there's so much more than just tacos and
like what?
burritos.
There's chimichangas, or is that not Mexican?
I think that's like Tex-Mex. I could be wrong.
I don't know. But there's like a lot of foods that people think are Mexican, but they're really not. They're
Yeah.
they're Salvadorian and shit.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I thought pupusas was a Mexican thing. I didn't know that was a Salvadoran thing.
I
But
mean, I kind of realized that early because I had my old best friend was Salvadorian, so that's why I knew.
We got menudo.
Menudo.
We got pozole. We got chilaquiles.
See, and if you Indian people watching this right now, if you guys knew me, you know that I would fucking shit on Mexican food like
we got
pozole.
birria.
Like I fuck with birria though. Or what about that tongue shit? You know when you go. So, all right, so here's the thing. When I was a kid, I would always go to the fish aisle or the fucking meat area, and I'll go see like what crazy shit is there. And I always see the fucking cow's tongue, like you see, and bro, and I'll be like, ugh, or I go to the fish and I'll just be like tapping in shit.
Yeah, oh my god, dude,
so like
all the time.
if you really want to see me be disrespectful, it's always in the fucking
Bro,
Mexican
that
market.
was literally me and Dreams at 99 Ranch Market. This was literally playing with the crabs in the back, and I'm like, oh shit, this shit's alive.
Oh my god, yeah. No, those frogs being alive was crazy though.
Yeah, it was, but then
And they had no fucking space. They were just on each other.
yeah, but then I thought like, okay, yeah, people do eat frog legs, so, but I'm like, do people eat the rest of that meat? I'm like, I don't know.
Bro,
Like,
I've seen videos, man. People eat turtles. People eat like just a bunch of crazy stuff. But I always think like, man, we literally eat horses or not horses. We eat cows. We eat pigs, and I kind of understand vegetarians sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, there are times where I'm just like, you know what, just give me a salad. I'm good on meat right now.
Yeah, recently I saw one of those butcher shop videos, and like they kill little baby pigs and just like slam them on the floor like Hulk smash status.
Yeah,
Like they do that to kill them.
they do that with chickens too.
The chickens, they put them into the fucking little grater thing.
Yeah,
And then pigs, they fucking what is it called? They choke them out with like fucking spray, some carbon monoxide shit.
dude, when I was a kid, bro, this is how I knew. I was like, what the fuck? That made me think about eating pork for a long time. I got like, this like one of my earliest recollections of me going to Mexico with my mom, and we were out there. It was like some party thing, and there was like a pig straight up, like they had a pig in the back, and then it was gonna be a big party, so they cooked this motherfucker up, and they tied him by the legs, and I remember like I'm like seeing like outside through the window, and I hear like. And I like, bro, they have this fool with a roast, and they just slice his throat. I was like, and then put like you ever see like movies where they have like the whole pig on the table.
Oh yeah.
It was like that, and I'm like, I'm good, bro.
Oh, no,
I'm good.
no, yeah. I don't know if I have it in me to kill the animals.
Me either.
I don't think so, man. Like I'll just feel like sick to my stomach a little bit. I can't see that shit. Like I don't know. Like call me bad, call me whatever. I can eat the fuck out of it, but I can't kill them.
Yeah,
You know. I can.
That's what other people's jobs for.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll be honest, man. Like, I'm not the type where it's just like, oh, I need meat. I need something that tastes like meat. I'll be cool with that, bro. Like, I'll eat like your fucking imitation shit. I don't care as long as it tastes good enough and like equal. Like, I'll be good. So right now we're not quite there yet. You could tell the difference in the fucking grass fed or like the imitation stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we will get to the point where a lot of this stuff will taste super similar. And although I know a lot of people are kind of like against that because it's like artificial and it's just like, oh, how do you even know what this was made of? You know, stuff like that, or like clone food or whatever. But I don't know, because I sometimes I do want to just like save all the animals, so I'm not trying to eat them.
That's fair, but I mean they're still gonna get killed anyways.
Yeah. So, but as the saying goes, you know, you You got to be a part of it. You got to be everyone counts. So if I stop eating them, the next person stops. That domino effect goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think eventually it can be changed. Will it in our lifetime? Probably not, but definitely in like 200 years, I feel there's a strong chance that people just won't eat animals no more if there's like an actual, solid resolution.
Yeah, but I feel like I think it's just because there's so much like an overkilling, over making the meats. Like, because I feel like we do need meat, but
Think so?
I think we do. I just don't think.
But how there's vegetarian?
I just don't think we're needing to eat it at the level we are eating it right now.
So you don't think there's no like super healthy vegetarians out there?
No, I'm sure they are. Like there's other like vegetable stuff like base where you can get your protein and all that stuff. But I'm just saying like we're omnivores, bro. We're meant to eat like meat and plants.
Are we?
I'd say so.
I don't know. I don't know this part of the Bible, but are we supposed to be eating them, or are they supposed to be like our friend?
I don't know. Damn, I don't know.
Because what if we were never meant to eat them?
We'll tell that to our heavenly Lord for making the beefs taste so good.
Bro, what started, man? What started the whole like eating animals trend? I wonder if people ate dinosaurs.
I don't think we were alive for them. I think they kicked the bucket before we were alive.
Cavemen?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even think we were alive then.
Shit, I don't know shit about history.
That's when things start to get iffy for me. When like when first signs of life like for us and for dinosaurs, because I know there was like a whole like million like period like gap between all that, and I'm like, okay, so what happened then? And then that's when religion gets involved, and I'm just like, that's when things start to get a little murky for me.
Yeah, like religion and what else? History books.
Yeah,
the whole BC thing.
Yeah, like Mesopotamia, Babylonian, all that book. Speaking of old time stuff, I saw recently that that Kings of King movie, and it was a nice treat.
What's that?
It's like this animated movie about like Jesus Christ, but like basically like this dad's like a playwright, and his youngest son's all up about kings, and he's kind of a little annoying about it, and he kind of like hurts his feelings. So then his wife tells him, well, why don't you tell him the story you've been writing, which I guess he's been writing like a little story about like the history of Jesus Christ, and he tells him just about it in his way. And I was like, it was a nice touch, and it was like PG. It's a great family movie. If you're I don't even say like if you're not even like religious like that, it's a good watch. It was made by like some studio that is like Christianity based. I think they're called like Angel Studios, and there are some parts where it's clearly like church based, because then you start hearing like choir stuff, like stuff you hear, like songs you hear in church, like not songs necessarily, but like beats, not beats, like melodies. Yeah, just like sounds like
instrumental,
like instruments. And I just laugh because it sounds like and it sounded like a Rosa de Guadalupe episode. That's what I mean.
How does that sound?
Like when the light shines on someone and you hear the song. Sorry, like there are times where you hear like kind of stuff in the movie like that, and it made me chuckle. But like overall, the movie was fucking dope. I was thoroughly enjoyed like watching it.
I don't blame you, man. I never seen The Passion of Christ.
Dude, I saw that one as a kid. That is not a movie you should watch as a kid. I swear to God, bro. That was too explicit.
You know, a movie I always thought should be shown in high schools, but I don't think it ever will, is American History X.
Oh my God, that's such a good movie, bro. It's that curb stop scene like is ingrained in my brain, bro. And it's not like they even showed him, but just the way they cut it up, like you really thought this would like hit that, like crush that fool's skull.
Yeah. But even more, like I feel like all the jail scenes where he's making friends with the black dude.
Oh, he got raped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the jail scenes is like super educational for just like students. Thankfully, I don't think we're really like dealing with the racism problem.
No.
I mean, there's obviously racists out there, but I don't think in like at least SoCal it's that big of a problem.
Yeah.
But for sure, probably some other states should really like.
I remember
watch the movie.
so obviously I watched it when I was maybe like middle school, and I was like, I thought it was a dope movie, but I didn't like understand, like I didn't really like pick up on things until later, and I would rewatch it like maybe a couple years ago, and then there's like there was a lot of foreshadowing like about like what was gonna happen with the brother like very early on, and I just never caught on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of movies like that. What was that one movie with like the older Mexican teacher?
Stand and Deliver.
I don't remember, bro.
Is it with Lou Diamond Phillips and?
He has like a wrinkly face, like or like
Yeah, I think it was called Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, that movie was pretty good
It
too.
was so good.
There was a lot of good movies back then. They showed in the at school actually.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're showing nowadays. Fucking Avengers over and over.
Oh my god.
I think when I was graduating or close to graduating, that's when Avengers was like on DVD and shit.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really like no other Avengers movie, so we were just watching the first one a lot. And I was just like so over that shit. Like, why are we even watching Avengers in school? What the fuck this shit?
Yeah, it got real burnt out because it was like such a long period between that Avengers movie and then like the next movie of like their phases. Like it was like there's like a long gap between them.
Yeah.
And then after that, obviously they were going like with all the movies. But there's a long gap, so a lot of people were rewatching it. And I got the same feeling. Like the first like a couple times I loved it, and after that I was just like I was bored of it.
Are you gonna watch Thunderbolts?
Yeah, I mean it looks cool. I liked there was like this video I saw where Florence Pugh, the one of the girls in Thunderbolts, like that whole scene where she's falling off the thing is like like she did her own stunts. It kind of rubbed me off the wrong way where she buzzed her head, and she didn't tell like the whole Marvel Studios.
She did.
Yeah, and so she basically
in real life.
and she basically was like she told like the directors, all right, just deal with it, write me into like me having a buzz head.
Yeah, her and Andrew Garfield did that in the movie.
Yeah,
that they were in. They did it in real life.
I'm like, wow.
Why does that rub you the wrong way though?
I just because I'm like,
what's it to you, my boy?
Because it just feels like, bro, like all right, like this is a whole $1 million budget, bro. There's tons of money that goes into it. I'm not saying just like, but you're fucking up how things go about.
You gonna tell me they don't have a fucking wig that won't look real though?
But she specifically like was like, don't like put me in like with the shaved head, like
she wanted to have the shaved head?
Yeah, you're gonna see in the movie with like that.
Damn.
That's why I just like she didn't even tell me like anything. She just showed up like this and like I'm like what happened to your hair? And it's like, oh yeah, I buzzed it. I'm like, you didn't even let us know. And so yeah, so then they had to write into her like her character getting a buzz head to make it work.
Hey, I mean shit. Who knows how they be getting treated over there at the Marvel Studios though? What if they get treated like shit? Maybe you won't feel no sympathy, you know?
You're right. But that's why there's unions.
True. But I'm pretty hyped for that the new Avengers movie though.
Oh, me too.
They have a lot of the OG X-Men characters and shit. There's actually before you got here, I was gonna watch a video of like the first scenes. It's not first scenes, but first like sightings of them filming.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the OG Cyclops and Professor X. That was only on the thumbnail though, so I couldn't.
What is the Cyclops the one that's played from the original movies?
Yeah,
it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a different timeline because I remember in the third one he got blew up.
Yeah. That's. I mean, right now they're taking advantage of the cheat code they have with the multiverse. So
man, I feel like that made them like lazy, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like there are things that it's almost just like they know in the movies like fuck it, we'll bring it back in another universe.
I think Secret Wars, not this Avengers, but the next one, which will be Secret Wars. I think that's when they're gonna end the multiverse shit. From what I heard.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's cool that they had a phase. You know, they get to do like a bunch of fan service and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to take all this in, the whole unseriousness of the MCU, and just like appreciate it. And hopefully we get back on track though.
So I saw a video. It was more like a tweet where basically, how in like the second Doctor Strange movie, the main villain was Wanda, because she turned evil because she was like all upset that she didn't have a kid, or I forget exactly why she turned evil. I didn't watch WandaVision.
Yeah, it was about the kids that she had like all those visions about.
Yeah, apparently the director never even watched WandaVision either, so that's saying something. And so he was real adamant, like, because I guess she is evil in the comics. Like there is a part where she is evil, and that fool was like, why? Like they're like, he was like saying let's make her the villain in Doctor Strange 2, and literally like the Marvel higher ups like, oh yeah, we're thinking about doing it in like one of the Avenger movies. So she probably would have been in Secret Wars or in the other one, and she would have been like one of the main villains, like probably with Doctor Doom. But that fool was like, nah, let's make her the main villain for this movie. And I feel like they ruined like a really good villain character.
Wait, which movie?
Doctor Strange.
What, did she die? No, right?
Yeah, I think she died.
I don't think so.
Honestly, I forgot. I only saw it the one time in the theaters. That was it. I can't remember how it ended. All I do is just remember he had like that third eye at the end.
Yeah, I don't know. But she wasn't announced in the Avengers cast. Not yet, at least. I'm pretty sure they're saving some names.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's so much going on. It's hard to keep track. It's hard to remember everything. But I think if anyone could pull it off, it's for sure Marvel. I mean, they did all this like connecting ties before, so
yeah,
for sure they'll get it down again. But hopefully they don't fucking mess up that Spider-Man movie. There's not really like a solid plan right now for that. Like I think they're still kind of fighting over the script.
Yeah,
that's not a really good sign.
Nah, you wouldn't want to go to like to production hell, which I don't think they'll ever do for a Marvel movie. But I mean, who knows?
Yeah. But I seen the buckets that's coming out for the Thunderbolts, the popcorn buckets. Yeah. That's like a big thing right now. The popcorn buckets for like any movie that's, it's hot and shit, has some cool branding. They always come out with popcorn buckets at like at Regal, AMC, Cinemark. But man, I never get any luck when I go to them.
Bro, you know what's crazy? So when I went to movies, the Snow White ones are on discount.
For real?
Yeah, they're like half off.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
That's sad.
That's how you know that movie fucking straight bombed.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look at the grossings right now, how much money they made. Because I bet you, I mean, I'm sure it still did decent.
Yeah.
But I don't think they made their money back.
I think if anything, maybe broke even. Maybe.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks. Yeah. Sucks for Disney. But then again, they make all them fucking money, so who cares?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll make all their money back with that live action Lilo and Stitch movie.
Facts. You gonna end up going to Disney with them?
I don't know. It just costs a lot of money. Like I'd have to like hopefully maybe try to look for another discount again, and then I'd have to see. But then again, we have time. It's all the way until like a couple months, so we'll see.
June, my boy, is gonna be here before you know it.
I know. It's already like in the middle of May. The fucking draft is next Friday.
What draft? Oh, it is,
draft.
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on a Friday this year?
It's always Friday. It's always Friday.
Really?
Yeah, Friday's like first round, and then Saturday's round 2, 3, and.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. It's not on Thursdays? Because I could have sworn like there was like some times where the next day we had work.
That's what I was thinking. Because I was thinking like, because remember last year I was here when I was watching it with you when we did the podcast, but I can't remember if that was on a Thursday. I think it is on Thursday. I could be capping. It's on 20.
I think they're on Thursdays, bro.
It's on the 25th. I don't know.
25th. That sounds like a Friday. That's Friday. Maybe this year's Friday, but I don't know. I could have sworn there were some times where you'll be at the house and like I would be dreading going to work the next day.
Oh, April 24th to the 26th. So it is on Thursday.
Oh yeah, Thursday.
It is hard. It's Thursday.
Yeah. Well, fuck, man. Who do you want your team to draft?
Omari and Hampton, the running back from UNC. I would love Ashton Genty, but I think he's going to go to the Raiders.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of reports that they're going to draft the running back, and he's obviously the best one. If not him, then either like a D tackle, and if not him, I want them to trade back. Anything else? I mean, but I think it's cool because we're in a position where, like, yeah, we have some needs, but like, I'm also like, I'd be cool if they're just I trust my GM. Like he's gotten it on the money before.
What about the receiver room?
That's the one thing. Like I heard like Sean actually loves the receiver room. He likes a lot of the young guys. I found out I guess he only pays one receiver in his group, like the money, and that's it. Like everyone else, it was always like young dudes, or they'll get their money elsewhere. And that's what he did in St. Louis too. So not St. Louis, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what it is going to be. So all these reports were us drafting like a wide receiver one in like the first round. I don't see that's going to happen. And if I'm being honest, I think that's the one thing I would get upset about, because I mean, wide receiver is literally the last thing we need. Like we could get like a A1 weapon, but where we're picking and like the crop of wide receivers this year, like I feel like if we were to draft one, we could probably draft one. Like, remember that fool Trey Harris from Ole Miss?
No.
He's like a mid-round pick, and he's pretty solid. I'd be happy with him.
All I know is if we don't get an O-line in the first round, I'll be fucking pissed. I'll be pissed, man.
Hey, I'll have a shit ton of draft picks, so you guys can like. I see you guys making moves this draft.
And we need to fucking hit on it too because we fucking always miss on our first round. Always.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. I'm not looking forward to it, but hopefully everything turns out well. Pat McAfee's doing his life thing.
He is, but he's doing it at his house because I guess he has some beef with like some of the NFL people because they're kind of like almost belittling him, like especially what they did with the draft, not the draft, when they were doing it at the combine, and that was at Indianapolis, and so he was like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you guys acting like this with me?" So he didn't like how they treated him.
NFL
like,
people, as in who, like the
NFL films or some people, some higher ups specifically from NFL films, not them. And so he literally said, "Fuck off! I'm literally just gonna do it at home," even though he's actually been invited by NFL to go do it at Green Bay.
Interesting. We'll probably listen to that. Well, I don't know, because sometimes they're not like doing it as it goes. Like they fucking do it like a minute later.
We need like it's like them, and then we need the actual thing.
Something that sucks though is like, well, I don't know. I think it sucks that on Instagram a lot of these people they post the pics early as fuck.
Yeah,
they're like 3 picks ahead.
That's like, annoying. I can't look at this.
Yeah, but then you have to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks. But so next Friday you said?
Next Thursday. Next Thursday is round 1.
Oh, next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Next Thursday. My fault.
All right, cool. Well, looking forward to that then.
Me too.
Shit. Looking forward to football in general, man. Can never get enough of that shit.
Me either.
But we'll go ahead and close this one now, my boy. We're already an hour into this.
Hell yeah.
We thank you guys for watching so much. We hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. We hope you guys have enjoyed everything we've been doing on Maple Alley. All our shows, music, everything we're doing right now. Hope you guys enjoy it all. Plenty more to come this year. Plenty more to come this month. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week on next week's episode. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.